virtual.
Sorry. We're live.
What?
We'll chat later.
I'm sorry.
Right. Chat later.
What did you say?
Thanks.
Sorry.
No one online with anyway.
That might be a while. It takes a while to. It's like
It is actually very delayed, eh?
30 seconds.
I remember the one time I had a laptop open here and another one there and I was testing while I was doing webinar. I started and like 30 minutes later it starts repeating me and I got so confused because I didn't know what was happening. But anyways, thanks for coming. Really appreciate the time. You could be joining us Friday, not the kids do these days. So thanks for being here. I'm just gonna go through a couple pretty basic things actually, because that's what this business is all about. It's actually really basic. It's really simple, but not that easy. You know, it's like pretty weird, but it's pretty awesome. So the first thing I want to chat about is your why. Okay, so write that down. Kim, I know you've probably heard this before, but it's just super important.
Yeah.
Okay, this is kind of what's going to drive you. Can you guys see over there? Not really.
Bring up the white chalk.
No, this is a
Good,
word.
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. One of the fundamentals to this business is the reason why you're doing it. Pretty much the reason why you do anything. You know, I mean, we all grew up with dreams and goals when we were young. Reality hits and they just get shattered, you know. It's important to at least bring those goals and dreams back into your life. Because if you don't have massive dreams and goals, you're not going to put in the effort to make a success in it. It's normal work, it's sport, it's whatever it is. Okay? But the best way to go about doing this is make it emotional somehow. Because people are driven by the way they feel. And if you have an emotional attachment to it, you're going to work hard and you're going to achieve it. Okay, a lot of people like want to help their family. A lot of people actually get started to make a lot of money. But guess what happens? Those people never make a lot of money. It's the people that have deeper reasons for doing this business to change the world, those kind of reasons. Those are the people that actually end up making a lot of money. So, I mean, it could be traveling, it could be making money, it could be helping your parents, you know, it could be creating an orphanage or something for the whales, you know, I was talking about earlier. Yeah, that's just very, very, very important to get to know your why. And also, once you get a team going, sit down with your team and discuss what their whys are. Because when they're feeling down and bleak and aren't working, just remind them why they're doing the business. And they might just start working again. You know, it's not to be like, it's not for your benefit. Reminding them of their why is actually for their benefit. Because why did they join in the first place? Because they wanted to achieve something, right? So it's very important. Okay, so that's number one. The second thing I want to chat about is your list. People are like, oh, I'm going to run out of people. I've been in this industry for like 3 years. I still chat to different people on Facebook. Okay, it's impossible to run out of people. I mean, just think about anyone that actually wants to make more money. You know, no one's going to really say no to an extra 10 grand coming in every month. You know, why wouldn't you? It doesn't make sense. Think about people that need this product, okay? We've got one of the best antioxidants on the market, plus the best anti-aging products on the market. Okay, people love this stuff, especially in Cape Town. You know, like, it's all about the image. This product goes crazy, okay? So make your list as long as it can possibly be. You know, the average person on Facebook has 694 friends, okay? So that's 694 people. On average, 1 to 4 out of 10 join. So you speak to all of those people, you'll get a minimum of 60 people in your business, okay? Crazy. One thing that's going to help you a lot with this is just a nice acronym that I was taught long ago. And this is what I want you guys to focus your list on. Okay, write this down the page. N, C, D, A, R, T. So NC dot. Okay, N stands for network. You want to chat to people, you want to make friends with people that have a big network. Why? Because if they join your business, their network's going to join.
Yeah.
Okay. C stands for credibility. Pretty similar to network. You want credible people in your business. Because if people look up to them, they're going to jump when they say jump, right? Okay. The third thing is desire. Some people are just born extremely wealthy and will be like, why must I do this? Okay, don't go for them because they have no desire for success, no desire for change or whatever. Okay, go for the ones that need this. Okay, because they're the ones that are actually going to put the effort in to make a success out of it, you know. For me, I always wanted to help everyone because that's the kind of person I am, but I realized in the end you can't. Okay, it's impossible. You're only going to tire yourself out. So go for those that have the desire for change, the desire for something better. Yeah, I haven't actually done this in a while. I forgot what this is now. A stands for attitude, I think. That's been a while, I agree.
Or you can make it up, you'll be like, oh.
So yeah, I mean, like, attitude and desire is pretty similar. You know, you want the positives, you don't want the negatives, okay? You want the people that just have a good attitude about life because they're the ones that are going to do it. And R, very, very important for me, I think, is resources. Do they have the money and do they have the transport? Okay, because otherwise, once again, with all respect, I want to help everyone, but if they can never get to events or like, if they don't have the money to start, I mean, it's only going to drag you down.
Yes.
You know, the big thing is rather, let's us find the people that want to make it. We can all become millionaires. Then we can create orphanages, charities, and then we can help them, you know.
Yes.
Like, in income from like 1 to 10, we want to find the like 5s, 6, and 7s, make them 10s, then we can help the 1s and 2s, right? Makes sense. That's how I want to do it. Okay, then T is teachable. You want those that actually sit down and listen and learn.
Yes.
Because that's what this business is about, you know. So many people join this industry and just think they know it all. You know, and they go out and they think they know everything, but they don't really make it work. The whole thing, how do you win in life? Follow someone who has what you want. Do what they do, say what they say, and get what they get every single time. Okay, so be teachable. So that's what I want you guys to base your list on. Luckily that wasn't on the other side, eh?
The laptop there.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's what you guys should base your list on. Those key points. I hope it helps. It'll just make your list a lot more user-friendly and just a lot better, you know, the better quality of people. Then the second thing, I'm not really going to chat to you about it because I want you guys to actually watch a video based on it, but it's number 3. It's inviting. It's actually one of the keys to this industry. When you're new, your job is to get people in front of the information. Let the information do the work. Okay. So now, how do you invite people? Okay, there's 3 steps. Number 1, have a hook sentence. Okay. There are various ways. Just figure it out what works for you. Okay. Dude, I'm so excited. I just joined this. I just got approached by this guy, Graedon Boswell. He's a flippant boss. We're creating this business that's honestly blowing our minds, and it's going to be the next big thing in South Africa. You have to come check it out with me. You know, something like that. Just one short, quick little sentence that creates interest. Okay. Number 2 is be excited. Okay. It's not what you say, it's how you feel about what you say. Okay. Energy is everything. So have a hook sentence, be excited. Number 3 is never answer questions. Why? Because then you start doing the presentation over the phone. And trust me, it never works like that. Be the movie commercial, not the movie. Okay, so number 3 is never answer questions. And number 4 is book appointments. That's all you have to do. Okay? Now, what I want you guys to do is watch a video that's going to help you a lot with inviting. Okay, so go on YouTube, write this down. And it's called Inviting. And then the number 1 and Cliff Rawn. Okay, I want you guys to watch that. That's going to teach you the whole inviting process. It's about 10 minutes. A very, very, very good video. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's pretty much those 3 things done. Another 2 audiobooks which I want you guys to actually listen to, very, very important. Honestly, it's going to teach you all the fundamentals and the basic principles you need to build a massive organization. Number 1 is Jim Rohn, Building Your Network Marketing Business. Yeah, have to.
That's good.
And it's so simple, right? Yeah, so write it down. Jim Rohn, Building Your Network Marketing Business. Number 2 is Eric Worre, W-O-R-R-E. Eric Worre, Go Pro. It's on the Dropbox. But yeah, YouTube that as well. Very, very good audiobook too. I've probably listened to that thing like 50 times. I'm not even joking. And I still learn something new every single time. It's very, very, very good. Okay. And number 3 is actually Cliff's book. That's also fucking awesome. Excuse the French. But seriously, that book's also really, really good. Yeah, another thing I just want to share with you guys is something I was taught by, I think it was Cliff on the second time I met him in South Africa. It's called Bear. It's pretty awesome. I'll get the pad. Okay, so write B, E, A, and then R, and link them as a flow diagram like this.
That's awesome. That's from the
Cool, you guys got that?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You just talk tomorrow and we'll talk tomorrow. Okay. Nice one.
Cool. So this is something that's going to really help you with your business a lot, okay? So B stands for belief. E stands for excitement or energy. A stands for action. Dylan, can you write on that thing, bro? It looks so hectic.
It's fine, it will come out nice when you convert it to text.
Cool. And then R stands for results. Yeah, the nice thing about this is it can either work in your favor positively or negatively. You choose. And it can start in any way. Okay, normally it starts here. Why? Because people go to a home event and they're really excited. Okay, they're excited about this. So what do? When you're excited, do you chill or do you do stuff? Okay, so you take a lot of action, right? So now when you take a lot of action, what happens? Exactly. So now when you get results, what happens to your belief level? Now when you think this is the best industry in the world, because it is, and your belief levels are flaring, what happens? Exactly. So then what? You do more, and you make more money, and you believe more. And it goes crazy, okay? But if you're negative, you don't do anything, you made no money, this sucks, I hate this. Okay, so don't get into that run. It can work that way too. So just one of the key things in this business is Cliff told me, he said, most people stay excited for 3 days. Some people stay excited for 3 months. Those that stay excited for 3 years are the ones that make it. So if there's one thing you do in this industry, it's just be excited.
Yeah.
Because people are going to ask you, why are you so excited all the time? What are you doing? Cool. So,
That's you.
yeah. Cool. And one other thing I want to speak about, where's my success tracker?
Don't you love my handwriting?
No, it's actually pretty decent. To read it.
Is the other success tracker again? Have you guys looked at it at all?
Yeah.
Cool. This thing. I hope you guys have been filling them out.
I have mine.
They're working very well for me. It's just a way to hold yourself accountable and also kind of like your team accountable.
Yeah.
It's good to like bring these together and see where people need help or however it goes. So the first column is booked appointments with your upline or to a home event. Because people bail, it's human nature. Unfortunately, we are retarded. Some people bail. So write the ones that actually attend in the next column. From there, let's say you book 15 appointments, 10 people come. From there, you should get between 4 to 6 customers. And from there, you should get about 1 distributor. do this at your own pace. I try to do it weekly. I mean, it gets a bit tough if you work a full-time job, but if you have a lot of time, you need to do this weekly, 100%. You know, at least do twice a month. Okay, it works really, really well. You can just keep track of what's happening, who's joining when, who you're speaking to. Otherwise, you just get lost. If you don't write it down, you get lost. It's like a goal. If it's not written down, you're never going to get it. Okay, same thing. And yeah, finally, just one little thing I want to mention is it's very important to live 10 years ahead now. Okay, why? Because what do you want to be in 10 years?
Yeah. What are you going for?
Yeah. Who are you in 10 years? What have you achieved in 10 years? You have to live there now. Okay, because you can have anything you could ever imagine. And if you know that person you could be, just be that person now, because then you'll take the action necessary to get it and you'll achieve it. So that's my section done.
Cool. Thank you.
Cool. Look into the TV.
Huh?
Look into the TV.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Graedon's here. He's I don't really know what he's got planned for us, but I think it's on closing. And yeah, I mean, if you want to increase the amount of money you make in any sales industry, the hardest part is closing. Most people do a good job until they get there. Then they wussy out and get scared and don't know how to ask people for the money. So I think Graedon's going to add value to that and help us achieve that. So when you're ready, Doctor.
Funny, I was on a shoot the other day. And I was like, doctor! Like, really calling a doctor, and I was looking around like, what? Just give me a second, guys, on the webinar. Awesome. Sweet deal. Okay, so one of the keys with a business is closing. And a lot of people will say to you, you know what, like, I don't like sales. And the truth is, most people actually do like sales. They just don't like closing. And so, like, my first bit of advice to everybody is actually just, you got to get comfortable with asking people for money. Okay? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, nothing really happens as no one asks for money, okay? And so you've got to get comfortable. And the thing that you really have is actually getting comfortable with buying the most expensive package. And the reason I say it is because, like, people can feel your confidence when you speak about something. Because you think, for example, like 3,000 Rand is a lot to start this thing. Everybody you bring in is going to feel the same way. It's just how it goes. I mean, as soon as momentum and stuff like that start kicking in, we'll really start pushing the 8 grand packs. But for now, it's just getting people in on the 3 grand because we want to get the team going. Because the thing is, in the future, the truth is, like, the bigger the pack, the more beneficial it is to you. And in a lot of ways, it's actually more beneficial to the other person too. Because if you think about it, if someone takes a 3 grand pack or they take a 15 grand pack, which one are they going to take more seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. And so 3 grand, the thing is, it's not life changing. Even 25 grand, it's not like money that's going to turn your life around overnight.
Yeah.
It'll sort you out for a month, maybe 2. I mean, most people will just make them survive the freaking week. You know what I mean? But the truth is like 3,000, 3.5 is not enough. And so the first thing you got to get really comfortable, like I said, is asking people for cash. And so there's 6 steps to closing, and there's actually like how to really close. And yeah, I mean, I think about it. Cliff and I were actually talking about this the other night, and we were laughing because him and I never really close people. It's like we like do the presentation, and we're like, dude, if you're not sold, then you're stupid. Like, that's kind of our philosophy, which isn't a very good one. So him and I actually worked on this together. Actually, all him. I'm just presenting it. And it really, I was like, when I listened to this, and I mean, like Dexter, he's been in this for 3 years, I've been in this for 4 years, and this made me like super excited all over again. And so, yeah, the steps are, and as funny as it sounds, you know, the first step is don't stand up after meetings. And so this is when you're in a home event or anything like that. And the reason is because as soon as you stand up, you change the whole energy, and automatically the person's like, they're focused on something else. So if you sit down, it's important because it keeps the energy like right there between you guys. Because as soon as, like, even with me talking to you guys, and I stand up like this, it's like,
Where you going?
yeah, I'm looking down on you. You guys are like, oh, maybe I should go outside. Maybe I should do this. Your focus totally just leaves the actual setup, okay? And so turn and face your guest. So if I'm sitting here and you're my guest, I'm going to turn and face you, okay? And that's step 2. Now 3, scoot in. So what I'm going to do is I'll be like, oh, guys, just come a bit closer, and I'll be like, and I'll touch it. I'll be like, just come a bit closer. And what that does is that creates the leader. So you following me with body language now. And touch is one of the best ways to actually get trust from people.
Yes.
Okay? So as soon as the meeting's done, I'm like, Dex is coming in. Even if he doesn't even move, the fact is I'm dominating. I'm like, I'm in fucking control now, not you. Okay? So it's important to do that. Focus on the most positive person. So let's say it's us just sitting here. So you 3 guys here on this couch here. Okay? And Dex is super negative. Kim is super negative. And, Dylan's like, I want to do this. I'm not going to waste my time trying to convince Kim and Dex to do this. Because Dylan's sitting there and he's like, dude, I'm ready to go. And I'm going to try and convince 2 people that aren't into it. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's a waste of time.
Yeah.
And so you focus on the most positive person. And the first question you ask them, if you can see that they're excited, is, what did you like best about the presentation? Because automatically what it does is it puts them on a more positive vibe. And no matter what they say, say, yeah, me too. Dude, I felt the same way. Oh, I couldn't agree more with you. Okay? Because what that does is step number 6, it encourages people and it validates what they say. You see, everybody in the world, okay, is looking for some kind of validation. Just go on Facebook. Everyone's trying to get noticed for something.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know that well.
It's true. I mean, it's like, it's a bad example, but it's like, like, not everyone's got the hashtag pray for niece kind of thing, with the whole Paris thing. Okay? Didn't know how to pronounce it. It's not nice. It's called niece. But the thing is like everybody's trying to be a part of something, and everyone's trying to like take a stand for something. But if you validate music with that person, automatically they just like you more.
Yeah.
Okay? And think about it. It's like soccer. If you like, I like Man United, and this other guy's like, I like Liverpool. You're already like, okay. Yeah. But if you like, bro, Liverpool, what a boss team.
Yeah.
I don't really think Liverpool's a boss team for people on the but you guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so these 6 steps are really, really important because you've got to control the situation when it comes to the close. Because it's very easy to just sit there and like kind of wait and be like, so what do you think? Okay. And so that's another key to closing. I never ask somebody what do they think. Okay. Unless I know that presentation was like out of this world, I'm just like, dude. Okay, and so that's the whole like force me to be positive. So I'll be like, how awesome was that? What did you like best about the presentation? It's totally forcing someone to see it in the way that you want them to see it.
Yeah.
Because the truth is most people don't really think for themselves. They kind of think what you tell them to think.
School there. That's
Okay.
what happens.
Exactly. So that's pretty cool. Now, I'll put you, everyone is like a robot. Okay? They'll either be red, yellow, or green. Okay? Red is super negative. Okay, like A, B, or C. Now you can just tell from body language. Every now and again, you're going to get somebody who sits like super serious, and you can't read them, and you're like, what the fuck's going on here? And sometimes they're really keen. It's like the weirdest thing.
Yeah, but I also think like with me as well, when the first time I went to this, I was being serious because I wanted to absorb as much. I didn't have time to like, oh, this is great, I wanted to take up as much as I could and
100%.
and see what it's about. I mean, I was definitely a red light before.
Yeah. So the red light is not so much when someone walks in, but how they react after the event. Okay. So after the presentation's been done, after the last video has been done, after the last thing has been said, you've got these 3 things here. Okay. And so here's what's awesome. Okay. So red is negative. Generally, people who are like, get me out of here, and that's fine. We're going to do on them what's called the takeaway. Okay. And basically, what the takeaway is just getting people out of the meeting. Okay. Because you don't want negative people to stay around at your meeting.
Yeah.
You want them to leave. And you'll see, like, as our meetings go, I'll say that. I'll be like, the A, B, or C, if you're not interested, please leave. No disrespect, but, we don't want to waste your time. Kind of make them feel like they're important.
Kind of like you.
But it's actually because I'm trying to not let them rub off on people. Okay. And so yellow is like, you know what, I'm interested. They're normally a B. I want to do this. Okay. And that's cool. And you get green is like, all then let's go. Okay. So For red, you do the takeaway. If someone's like not interested, you're just like, okay, sweet. Thanks so much for coming. Really appreciate the time. See you later. And this is for someone who's like negative and nasty. So you get them out of there. Now yellow. Okay. Here's a line that I use. It looks like there's something that is holding you back. Do you mind telling me what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because in my opinion, like 95% of people actually want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's like you guys, if
Yeah.
you were at the meeting last night, you saw everybody wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so out of like our 10 guests we had, I reckon 10 people were like, yes. I mean, my guy was frothing. Okay. So he was like ready to go. Okay. So there's a couple of others, and it's like a day or two goes by, and they start thinking about all these negative things, and they question it, whatever.
Well, they do internet search.
Exactly. Okay. And so now the key with this is you got to find out what's holding them back, because the yellow is like they're 70% in, but they're almost like they're looking for leadership and they're looking for guidance. So that's why we also bring in that touch the arm lightly, because it creates trust. Okay. And so, I mean, you'll often see me do this. If I'll always shake somebody's hands, or always like tap them on the side. It just shows them that I'm like leader, I'm in control here. Okay. Now, there's green. Sign and plan. Do not wait until tomorrow. If someone's like, I'm in, I want to do it, bro, sign them up straight away. What worst case, book them for like a coffee the next day. Okay, and they can't bail on you, because often you'll get people who are super amped. They want to win straight away. And we've had before. I would people buy 8 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand packs on the spot. Okay? And so I don't let it wait, because I did it a few times. And I guarantee if someone wants to join right now, tomorrow they won't want to join anymore. That's generally how it goes. And so you've got to have some kind of urgency. Okay? Generally in Cape Town, most people are pretty chilled out. But up in Joburg and stuff, they generally are like, okay, let's go. I'm in to do this. Yeah. Okay? So do not wait till tomorrow. Sign and plan. So when I say sign and plan, it's like, okay, cool. Who are your first 10 people that you want to get to the next meeting? Okay, really important. Because what you're doing now is you're showing them a plan on how to get to where they want to be. Because a lot of people sit and they go, this is really cool. I really want to do this. I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know what the hell to do. Okay. So here's something that I like a lot. So some people are really, really hesitant. This is generally for yellows. Okay. If I guaranteed you, so if someone's like, oh, I really want to do it, but I'm not sure. Here's what you say. If I guaranteed that you could make $1,000 a week doing this business, would you do it? Everybody's going to say yes.
Yeah.
Okay? Just think about that. If I guaranteed you that you'd make $1,000 a week doing this business, would you do it? Everyone's going to say yes. Okay? And so when I sit there and I go, okay, cool, then to me, it says then the only thing holding you back is fear. And then I say, this is basically how I would say it. I mean, what else is holding you back from fear? And there's so many good things on the other side of it. And I said, you want this year to be better than last year, right? And everyone wants to say yes. Well, you want next year to be better than this year, don't you? And everyone will say yes. And I said, if you want this year next year to be better, you've got to start doing something different this year, right? And the person will say yes. Okay? And it's like, dude, if nothing changes for you, nothing is going to change. Okay?
Yeah.
And the person's going to, if they're like, no, at the end of it, then there's something wrong with them, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because in my opinion, you've totally opened them up. It's like you find exactly what it is that's holding them back, right there on the spot. And so what you got to get really good at is handling the objections that come. Because if you say to them, if I guarantee you that you can make $1,000 a week, would you do this? I mean, 99% of people, I haven't had one person say no yet, out of all the ones that I've tried it on. Okay. But some people might have other reasons to not do it. And so you got to get good. But you know what? I really want to do this. Yes, I'd love to make $1,000 a week, but I think it's a pyramid scheme. Okay. Dude, here's where we remember, I haven't put these notes in, but felt found. Bro, I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way. What I found was I did my research, I really looked into it, and I saw it wasn't a pyramid. It's funny today, I was actually helping someone with the pyramid objection as well. Not only a pyramid, but this woman or girl was like, yeah, you know, I just get the feeling that it's one of those things where the guy at the top makes all the money and gets all the little people to run around for him and make all the money. And I was just like, you know, I don't want to sound rude or anything or disrespectful, but isn't that how every single corporation works? I mean, like, no disrespect, but look at Dex, he's running around for Pam Golding, making them more money than he's making, kind of thing. You know, or they've got a whole lot of people running around at the end of the day, Pam Golding making the most money. Okay, so you've got to be very, very calm when it comes to handling objections, because write this down: objections are directions. If somebody doesn't have the time, they're just like, you know, I don't have the time. The truth is, everybody has the time. I mean, dude, we have the same amount of time as Beyonce in there. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal, you know, one of the most successful basketball players of all time. He just joined a network marketing company. It's like, you think that guy's not busy? So why would he get involved? Okay, so it's never a time thing, it's motivation. People say, I don't have the money. I say, well, how can you get the money? You know, I really want to do it, but I don't know how to get the money. No. Most people never say, I don't know how to get the money. And then you got to think for them. So who would you ask? Who could help you? Who could help you make some extra cash? You know, could you get a job? Do you have anyone you can borrow it from? Okay. And also side with them, validate what they say. Someone says to you, you know, I didn't have the money, I'll be like, bro, you know what, I didn't have the money either. But I found a way.
Yeah.
I mean, Dylan doesn't have the money, but Dylan's finding a way to get the money.
Yeah.
I didn't have the money, I borrowed the money. Dex, I don't think Dex had the money, no, Dex had the money.
The money man.
Yeah. Remember Cole was sitting there, Cole was like, bro, I know you got the money. You didn't make like 20K the other week or some shit like that. And he's like, shut up, bro. I still remember that day.
Yeah, I remember when I was like, under the bus.
Yeah, it's funny.
I had some money saved from pizza that I was gonna buy clothes and shit, and then I bought the biggest package.
So it's like, all you got to do is you've got to find ways for people to basically do it. And so that's basically how easy clothing is. And it's like, to me, when I looked at this, I was just like, damn, that is awesome.
Yeah.
But it's really, really simple. It's to the point. It's not too like sharky in your face. I want to take all your money. But you know, it's pretty freaking awesome. And so I'm flipping amped. I don't know where this thing is now. Where's my webinar? Oh, it's somewhere here, but I can't. There it is. Awesome. But yeah, guys who are on the webinar, that's it.
Sure.
And yeah, training was super, super quick tonight, but I just wanted to get to the point. And that's it. So I hope you guys have a lekker evening, and I'll see some of you guys in Namibia.